Oh, right. Yeah. Part two of Norm on Stern. Yeah, not going to do any music. I've had raging headache all day. So I thought just chill this evening with some Norm and Arty. Yeah. We've kind of just started Arty's crazy story. So, yeah, let's go.
Up good.
Right.
And the last time it ended up bad
Yeah.
was in front of
Quincy Jones.
I can handle it.
No, but I was in front of I got arrested at like 11 o'clock in the morning. I was up for like 3 days.
Right.
In front of the studio where we shot the show for possession of coke.
All right. So who caught you
I
with
think
the
when,
coke?
when he goes to jail, right?
Yeah.
Because you know how they rape you?
Yeah. You got raped?
No, he didn't get
I didn't get
He
raped.
didn't get raped, but they put a special thing on you, like if you're either a snitch or a celebrity.
They
Right.
put this in L.A. County Jail. They put a red band on you, and that means one of three things: either you're a celebrity, you're a snitch, or you're a murderer. So that means they
Wow.
separate you from the other,
Wow.
the
So
other
they
inmates.
don't
You get
figure
your
out-
own
So now they're
cell.
playing a game trying to figure out what you are.
Yeah,
Well,
so
no
they
one
figure-
knows me. I'm
Right.
not a celebrity.
Yeah,
Like,
so
no
you're
one
either a
watches
snitch
the
or a
show.
murderer.
Exactly.
Right.
So in American prison, do they just let pedos in? Because that what he's saying there, the third one there isn't murderers, it's pedos or nonces here. Yeah, nonce. That's what we call them, nonces. And it comes from prison, not on normal communal exercise. Because if they get put in with the other inmates, they'd be killed. But so in America, murderers are in that bracket. Because that's snitches, I suppose, celebrities, but not really. Celebrities go in regular prison. It's snitches and nonces.
This Puerto Rican kid comes up to me and says,
Yo, man, what's up? What's that red band for?
I think that guy raped him in the ass.
Oh, stop it.
So the Puerto Rican guy comes up to you and it's a red
I
band.
just said, he goes,
Yo, man, what's that red band all about?
and I said, oh, no, I don't know. They just put it on me. At that point, I didn't know.
Right.
He goes,
What are you, a snitch?
Because you don't look like a murderer and you don't look like a celebrity.
right. Well, he goes, I couldn't be a celebrity. I mean,
Right,
I'm
'cause-
on like a Fox late night show.
You
Yeah.
don't look like you murdered
guy
anybody.
has
Chief,
No,
the cops, the only ones that recognize you as a celebrity are the cops, and they put a red band
But
on
the
you.
worst part is all the guards. They have these real bad attitudes, you know, these
Right,
guards.
right.
And they saw the red band on me.
Right.
And the one guy doesn't know why I have a red band on, so he asked one of the people who like checked me in.
Yeah.
Checked my ass for contraband.
Right.
One of
Oh,
those
wow.
people.
You had a whole search and everything?
Oh, it was bad. I was standing like next to all these like black guys naked to get my ass checked. That doesn't do much for your self-esteem.
No. No.
So,
And they really
not that
check
I
you
have
thoroughly,
one.
right?
Yo, they check you.
With a glove.
Yeah, they check
Right.
you with a glove.
Wow.
Yeah, the glove.
And with, like, a fellow prisoner's cock.
Whoa. I can't say that. Come on, man. You
Norm,
kidding me.
Don Ohlmeyer was right.
Yeah. You're out of control.
Norm is completely out of control.
Yeah, Norm should be fired. And anything Norm says about Don Omar, I don't know that to be true at all.
right.
All right, go ahead.
But no, so the guy says the guy says, why has he got a red band on? The woman whispered into his. This is I'm handcuffed now
Right.
to these gang members
Okay.
before you get your cell assignment.
Right.
And the guy says to me, he goes,
Hey, what's that red band on that guy's arm for?
the chick says to him,
That's for celebrities.
and he just screams out, he goes,
That's why?
How humiliating. I'd rather just be strip searched.
You
and then
don't even
some
deserve
kid,
a
like
red
some
band.
20-year-old Mexican kid, recognizes me from the show.
Yeah.
And starts yelling,
Yo, man, Matt TV, white mama, Matt TV.
and that was like the most humiliating thing, because then everybody like,
Now you're explaining who you are.
yeah, and they're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
why are you famous? And I'm like,
How
"I'm
do you
not
get caught with this
famous."
coke, though? I mean, I don't understand how you got arrested.
Right in front of the building where you work.
I was completely out of control. I lost all my money gambling
Right.
in Vegas.
So how does the cop find you with coke on you? Where were you?
Well, I showed up.
Tell him about you beat up your manager.
Well, I'll get to that.
you showed up where?
What happened to calling Don Ohlmeyer?
And you're more interesting.
Oh, okay.
And you know we'll never get through to Don Ohlmeyer anyway. It's a good idea, but if he gets on the phone, which is...
Norm really did pass the buck, to be fair. He really did. He slipped that because the whole focus was him, and then he went, hey, do you want to meet my mate Arty? He's got a crazy story.
No chance in hell.
No, I went to the studio and I was clearly messed up. And the day before, they had a meeting with me and said, "Look, you got the same clothes on for like 3 days."
Right.
And that week, like
You smell.
Harry Connick Jr. was hosting the show that
Yeah.
week.
And he's a Christian.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
I don't know, and everyone was all like excited about Harry Connick Jr. hosting the show, like he's funny or something.
Doesn't he bring guns to airports, Harry Connick Jr.? Yeah, I mean, he's out of control too. Yeah.
I don't know. So I only had like 5 lines in the whole show.
Right.
And I figured, hey man, I got like the week off, so I'm just gonna go a little crazy. And
yeah, they didn't say anything about my week off.
and I was, like I said, I was just nuts. And I showed up the day after they had this meeting saying, look, if you don't clean up, you're gonna have to go away.
Right.
So I went out, got more coke, and just stayed up all night. And then I showed up, and they had people there waiting for me. You know,
who was waiting for you?
Like a couple of my agents and stuff.
Oh, to have a confrontation. Hey, what do they call that, Robin? When you
the
intervening,
intervention.
Yeah.
So
I've never had one of those.
I was all paranoid.
Yeah.
I was all paranoid.
Right.
Because I had done like an enormous amount of drugs.
How much drugs had you done?
Oh.
You know that a gram of coke now costs $35?
That's what I heard, but I wouldn't know what that meant.
Used to cost like $100. It's gotten less expensive.
Yeah, but there's a lot. It's a lot of it isn't that great, though.
Well, you would know.
No, I would not know.
Yes, you would.
All right, I guess I would.
No one knows more than you. Chris Farley knew more than you, but he's gone.
Yeah.
So you're the expert now. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm glad to have that role.
Yeah, you stepped right up.
Congratulations.
The funny thing is, like, he always pretends, oh, I don't do coke anymore.
Right.
But then, like, after, because, like, he was like, I want no, he doesn't do it.
Right.
But I want him to do this movie that I was in. You know, I did this movie. So they said, I don't know, man, because he's, you know,
he's a cokehead.
He's got a reputation, even, huh?
Yeah, right.
But you haven't done coke in 8 months, right?
Nah, 8 months, nothing.
Really?
So
No
anyways,
booze, no coke.
Good for you. Yeah, you look.
So I go, no, man, he's,
No coke.
I go, man, he's cleaned up. You know, he doesn't do coke anymore like that or nothing like that, right?
All right.
So then that night, like after I hire him,
Right.
like to be in the movie,
Yeah, to celebrate.
yeah, we go shoot pool at this place. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
So we're shooting pool, right?
Right.
And then I start noticing, like, because there's a lot of Mexicans around,
Right.
and so there's this.
That's something I would notice.
So there's this one Mexican, and he's
No, I'm so
making
real.
faces at the Mexican, right?
Right.
And the Mexican's like they're making these like faces at each other, like.
Right.
And so he comes over, he's like, take care of me or something like that, you know, and
Really?
all this weird stuff.
Complete lies.
And then all of a sudden, I said, I figured it all out, you know.
Right.
Yeah, and then he still hires me.
Right.
He's a good man, man.
Who, Norm?
Yeah,
Really?
I was at a
Because
show.
Norm doesn't care. Norm thinks you're just having a good time.
No, you see,
Don Olmeyer doesn't think he's funny.
I was done. I was out of show business. I was, you know, and
Right.
Norm pulled me back.
Yeah. Good
You
for
were
you.
driving a cab.
I was gonna go. I drove a cab before I got on Mad TV, and then I was making like, you know, I was Fox. I was
You're
making
making
like,
mad
I was
money.
making like $12
Wow.
an hour.
Wow. All right, so you went a little while, but now you got it under control.
I'm fine now. I
Right.
never felt better in my life.
Chris Farley told me that. Just right before he died. So, no, you're fine now. You
Hey,
got
I'm
it under
fine
control.
now. Norm put me in this movie. This movie's really funny.
When's that
Me and
movie
Norm-
coming out, Norm?
What?
When's that? The movie's not funny? Oh, Norm says the movie's not
Movie's
funny.
funny. Jesus. My God.
The movie's not that funny, Norm
Comes
says.
out March the 27th.
Well, Don Olmeyer is going to review it. So wait a second. You're telling me
Yeah.
that thanks to Norm, you're back in show business.
Thanks to Norm, I am
Right.
sitting.
And during the
on
intervention,
Howard
you beat
stage.
up your manager.
No, well, no.
That
I
intervention
had-
didn't go well.
My manager again was just trying to take care of me, and I was just nuts.
Are you still with him, or
No, actually,
He figured maybe
we
you're
had-
too much trouble.
We had a party,
Norm loves it.
which was all my fault. But
Right. You sound reasonable now.
yeah,
certainly.
I had,
Really
I had like
Do you
a,
think this will ever happen to
good
you
man.
again?
no, absolutely not.
No,
This
no.
is not unless something goes wrong.
Right.
But
Well, you need an outlet.
unless I'm faced with some sort of reality.
Right.
Unless, yeah.
All right.
I mean, is the gambling taken care of?
Oh,
course.
I haven't placed a bet in a long time.
All right. Norm Macdonald is here to say he is funny.
Yeah, I just want to say,
And-
for any executive to say Norm's not funny is
Crazy.
Is crazy.
It is
Come
crazy.
on,
I know
man.
funny, and Norm's funny.
Funniest guy ever.
Right. Norm, well, not the funniest guy ever.
This guy ever.
That's 100% true, but also Arty is killing this. Do you know what I mean? He's like, no one knows who he is, and he's like crushing. He's crushing to the point where Norm's become an audience member. Do you know what I mean? Norm's just sitting there laughing at whatever he's laughing at, whatever's going on. But yeah,
Very funny guy, though.
Very funny guy.
Very
All the
extremely
other funny guys are dead or something.
Yeah, Chris Farley,
That's right.
Kinnison, those guys were the
No,
funniest.
Norm is
guys.
great,
You,
and
Howard
I can't
Stern.
believe it. I'm sorry to hear that you're not going to be with Saturday Night Live anymore.
No, I'm gonna be over there.
He's going to be doing sketches. He's going to be catching Monkey Boy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You'll be the scientist who discovered Monkey Boy. Hello, yeah, you're on the air. Mark, go ahead.
Norm,
Huh?
you're awesome.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you very
you're
much.
awesome. And
You never know how that's going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's not,
You're
and
afraid to answer.
Arty was the only reason I watched Mad.
Whoa!
Hmm.
Yeah, well, I've been a prolific reader of Mad for many years.
Oh, he wasn't in the magazine.
He wasn't in the
I know
magazine.
that.
yeah, right. He wanted to be, but they wouldn't put him in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
that's nice of you to say. Thank, man.
It was.
All right, who cares?
Hey, he was a good guy. That guy.
That was
negative-
the Puerto Rican you met in jail.
Yeah, he wants to propose to you.
Yeah, we're dating. We're dating.
All right, listen, I got to get
That's
out
the
of
guy
this.
that ass raped him.
Will you stop it, Norm?
I got to get out of this.
All right.
All right, listen, Norm.
Gotta go.
Oh, yeah. I had you on for over an hour and a half.
Now we're gonna
Can
finish-
I-
He has
can
no
I
place
stick
to go
around?
now. You know, Norm never asked that question.
I called Don Omar, but you know he's not going to pick up the phone.
Yeah, he will.
No, he won't.
Lojo has his number.
Lojo's got the. Where's
Well,
Lojo?
let's get the real number then.
But I got to take a break.
Then he-
Hey, Howard.
What?
So Don Omar's on the West Coast, and all you get is voice. Not even his voicemail. You just get NBC's voicemail.
I told you.
yeah.
You're not going to get Don Omar anyway.
Yeah.
He's going to hide.
Yeah.
But hey, man, I hope it. I hope. I don't know. What do I hope, Robin?
It works out for you.
I hope it works out for you. What am I going to tell you? We got a job opening on this show. You sit right over there. All right. Listen, I want to thank Norm Macdonald. I want to thank Arty Lang. They got
Yeah,
a
that
movie
was
coming
fun.
out
What's the
sometime.
movie called?
Dirty work.
Dirty Work? Okay, well, look
When
for
will that be? Norm?
Huh?
What?
March.
They say March 27th.
All right, we're looking forward to that.
Are you really?
What year would that be?
I mean, this year.
This year. Okay. There you go. Bob Saget directed the movie?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Both of you guys, a lot of fun. And
Good luck to you.
good luck to you. I don't know.
See, this was hard for me because
Yeah, this
I-
was
I
hard
just
for
like-
me too.
I just like coming on and being funny and stuff and talking. And this
You
was
were
like
funny.
A
That was
real,
funny.
This was like a real thing. It's weird, you know.
Dude, it was good.
Oh, okay.
Just remember one thing. Lorne Michaels is in on this, okay? Trust me, I've been through a lot of firings in my time. I don't know much, but I know about firing.
Why would Don Omar
Yeah.
all of a sudden get involved in the internal affairs of Saturday Night Live?
He's the hatchet man.
Wow.
All right.
I
Let him
have
go
no
pun.
opinion on that.
You know what? You need Coke. You're a lot better off on it.
And a bet.
Yeah, all right, listen. We'll be back. We're going to do news for you. The great Norm Macdonald, who I love, and Arty Lang, you are a new friend of the show. We dig you, man.
Thanks, man.
Go out and get into more trouble. I'll have you back on.
All right.
All right.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, yeah, I'm going to pause because I left my coffee over there. But yeah, kind of this is very prophetic looking in hindsight, because obviously we've done things of Arty on this show, and he's basically the same. The first time he comes on as a nobody and how he is, he killed that, I have to say. And it's crazy that Howard said there's a job opening up. Yeah, I bet Arty never thought in a million years. You know he would never have thought in a million years, because he was actually like kind of shocked that someone even knew who he was. But yeah, hold on 2 seconds. All right, yeah, let's finish this off.
You are in some serious trouble now.
Yeah.
What a way to end your career.
Yeah, this was great. I couldn't think of a better way to end.
To go out on the
End a
outside.
glorious career and have Norm
You have Norm to
ruin my
thank.
life on national radio.
You really owe him.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming down.
Thanks, man.
All right. We'll
This was great. Thanks.
Stern rules.
Stern rules!
I'm gonna go see Howard Stern and talk to him. The radio.
What's going on, man? Anything new?
Just what I told you. I just fucking told you.
You just here to hang out?
No, I told you word for. You have it on tape. Why are you asking me?
So you're here to talk to Howard.
I'm here to. What did I say? I'm here
Anything
to,
in particular, though?
No.
No.
I never think more than about 5 seconds ahead of time.
Keep us on our toes. It should be good.
I don't know. It might not be.
We'll find out.
It'll be fine. All right.
All right, thanks, man.
Norm Macdonald here, the comedian. Used to be on Saturday Night Live.
Norm was just making me laugh. He was telling me, he said something that's so true.
What did he say?
He just did stand-up down in Florida.
Right.
Like, in Florida is such a different world with people. Like, there's a lot of creepy people in Florida, like swingers, you know?
Right.
And
What?
like, after you do a stand-up gig, people from the audience will come up to you, like an overly tan, like, guy with a bunch of jewelry on, and they'll say, "Hey, man, I come back to my apartment."
Is Arty telling my story?
Yes, he is.
Dad, you want to tell it? You tell it.
Yeah, why don't you let
They
Norm
go,
tell
hey,
it?
Norm's here, but
hey,
Norm
fucking
can't
bring three
speak.
stories, and then Arty will tell one. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's pretty
How
good.
the fuck did that work
Yeah,
out?
why do we need you?
What
Just
the
tell your
fuck?
stories to
Norm,
Artie.
what happened in Florida? Why is doing
Is that
stand-up?
what that's-
Why
No.
Yeah, that wasn't a story I brought. I
Why,
was just telling him.
why is doing stand-up in Florida? What is Artie talking about?
No, because in Florida, where I just was, they have people that, I don't know what the fuck they do, but everybody got money. I guess, like, they had Coke for years, like thousands of pounds of Coke, and I don't know if guys still do it, or I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, there is a lot of coke there, but you're right. People
That's
are
what
rich,
he
and
knows.
people are rich, and you don't know why. Like they're just in your face with
So
money.
a guy picks me up. He's the limo driver, and he's like, fucking guy goes, yeah. He goes, I can take you any place, man. Anything you want. I go, what? He goes, anything you want. He goes, I got my wife. I go, your wife? Like, I thought he was talking about like drugs or something. He starts with his wife.
He could take you to his wife.
He's got his wife.
Says I can get anything I want, and then he goes, my wife.
Don't you want his wife?
Was he offering you his wife?
I don't fucking know. But it wasn't. It was all weekend long. I just meet 4 or 5 guys, and they go, hey, so this is the wife, and this is the other wife, and how about the 8 of us?
Oh, yeah?
Well, they wouldn't say it right out, but you kind of go, hey, what are you talking about? Why are
These
they
guys
so-
are trying to deal you their wives?
No,
and
they all
parties?
want to swing.
No, you
They
don't
wanna
know what the
swing.
fuck. You don't really know what the fuck's going on because
How
they don't
come-
come
why-
right out and say they want to fuck you.
Why does everyone want to swing with you, do you think? I mean,
Not
are
me,
you so-
anyone.
No,
anyone.
they ask. I've gone deeper into the conversation than Norm did with these
Yeah.
people because it's fascinating, and I wanted drugs. But no,
it
they'll
involves
tell
drugs
you.
like crazy.
They'll tell you eventually. Like, look, there's me, and this is my wife, and this is her friend Nancy, and this is my friend Ed. You know,
Yeah.
and we'll get some
Ed's
ecstasy.
where it becomes problematic.
Yeah. Nancy was fine.
Yeah,
Ed's a
everything's
problem.
going good. All of a sudden, Ed, what the fuck?
And Nancy's usually 46.
Who the
and
fuck
she's had
is
work
Earl?
done.
Who the fuck was this guy? Nobody told me about a guy coming out of a closet whacking off with his half-hard cock. Where the fuck did he come from?
Wait, they say we'll all
Things were
go.
going really well in the fantasy. You, Nancy, and Shirley, and suddenly Earl walks in.
Yeah, what the fuck? You never told me. And then
in
they're like,
your
well,
ass.
if we brought it up, we thought you'd say no. Of course I'd fucking say no.
Earl was an afterthought.
There's always a hot tub and ecstasy and pills, and they go,
You know
"Come
what?
back and we'll all fuck."
You know,
and you're like, I don't want to fuck
like,
anybody.
Like I lived in a, you live in a hot climate. You live in a hot climate. There's
Yes.
not a whole lot to do. You rely on other people, and it becomes like an orgy state. I think
that
that's
what
what
it
happened.
becomes?
I think like I lived in Detroit for a while, and there wasn't a lot going
That's
on.
different.
And people just sort of
Detroit.
yeah. When I lived in Detroit, people would just sort of congregate together
Uh-huh.
because there wasn't a lot of outside stimulation. You relied on others.
Right, Detroit was mostly rape.
No, not, you're talking about the suburbs. I'm talking about in the suburbs of Detroit. You know,
okay.
Detroit itself is a horror scene, but people would begin to rely on each other for entertainment. I think that's what happens, and then there's this weird,
It's creepy, right?
creepy thing that happens where people just start having
There's
sex with
celebrities
each other.
coming to town, and we kind of know he wants to party, and he can fuck my wife and her friend, and I'll fuck him.
There's a lot. That's kind of unsaid.
Yeah.
You know, the
Well,
part about
who's
where a
taking-
guy's fucking me.
Who's taking them up on these offers? They
At
must
the end
be
of the
working.
night,
A lot of comments.
I guess the idea is
Doug Stanhope.
Doug Stanhope. So anyways, I go, no, I go, listen, basically, I'm not a fancy guy. Fred, you know that.
Really? I always thought of you as a fancy
My
guy.
thing is,
guy.
like, for a sexual encounter or something, I like to lie on top of a lady. I don't need a lot of fucking shit going on.
One girl will do it.
Yeah.
Are you currently
That's exciting enough for you.
Are you
That's
currently
good,
in a
man.
relationship, or are you playing the field?
Oh my God.
What the fuck? What are you,
Are
retarded?
you, no, are you really having a relationship? Come on, be honest.
Come on, man. Seriously, what the fuck? Listen, I
Are
want
you
to
in a
talk about this
Are you
fucking.
trying to
I want
insult
to talk
him?
about. First of all, it was funny because the guy was in here. when guys get interviewed and they're not really famous for
Yeah, yeah.
anything except giving a guy steroids or something.
Right.
Because one time at Saturday Night Live, there was this guy telling Arty, there was this guy, Football Williams, and this guy is the guy that threw the brick at original Denny's head during the riots. Remember
Football Williams is the guy who, during the riots, would throw. I remember Reginald Denny was a white guy.
Yeah,
He had
he
the
threw a
misfortune.
brick at his head.
Pulled him out of the truck.
Yeah,
Threw
that
a
guy's name
brick
was
at his
Football
head.
Williams.
Yeah, his name was Football Williams.
And he was on Saturday Night Live.
No, he was on Donahue, which used to be right beside Saturday Night Live. But
Okay.
Schneider told me this story, Rob Schneider.
Right.
He went in, and Football Williams was there in a suit. You know, he was on Donahue.
Wearing a suit.
Yeah, wearing a suit. And he kind of recognized him, and he was like, "Ah, fuck, it's that guy that fucking threw the brick at the guy's head." You know, he's all mad.
Yeah.
And then Football Williams goes, "Hey, man, you the copy guy. You funny." He says, "You do my name, man. Football Rooney," or whatever the fuck. So then he said, Stan Schneider said he really liked him.
Yeah, you know, that's a funny thing. Like Artie said, he didn't like the guy who shot the steroids into Clemens, but then he met him and he liked him.
Yeah.
It was a very different kind of thing, you know.
And
so.
you could tell he liked the show. You know what I mean? Like, that's how they get to you.
Yeah. But
Listen,
Norm,
man, I'm always on the lookout for you guys out there in the fucking real world. You live in your little fucking
Our
bubble.
little bubble here.
There was an article about Arty.
Oh, in Rolling Stone.
Oh, you know about this shit?
Yeah.
You read the Rolling Stone article and you
This
thought
is
you'd
the
tell us?
fucking weirdest fucking thing I've ever read in my life.
Do you think it's a negative article or do you think it's a positive article?
That's the best article he's ever read
They
about.
had an age-old debate about this fucking article.
Well, let me ask you something.
This is the only art. Listen, if you read an article about an entertainer, I think this is history. This would not. I have never read an article about an entertainer where the entertainer is described as a liar. You don't see that like if they're doing a piece on fucking Elizabeth Taylor.
Right.
Not only is Elizabeth Taylor lie to people. What? You go, what?
But let me ask you
I thought
something.
I was reading about a fucking comic. What?
Norm, let me ask you a question. There's a school of thought, which I share,
Yeah.
that, you know, Artie's book is about his
And then
drug-
he goes, and then she goes like, there's other shit where she goes like, he's a fucking guy that's like, kind of like these two dead guys. Andrew Dice Clay, obese, tragic clown. Like, that's a phrase. There's no phrase with obese in it. I've heard tragic clown. She tries to throw that in as if that's the phrase.
Well, I know Artie.
Obese, tragic
And
clown.
then I'm like David Sedaris, which is
And then-
great.
No, all of a sudden she goes, I guess I'll make him a fruit. What the fuck is that? First,
So you didn't like the art.
He's loving this. But yeah. Norm is. I mean, in a way, he came in kind of hard on Arty, but it's also defending Arty, really. And saying, yeah, that's a weird thing to say about a comedian. That he's a liar. An obese, tragic clown. Yeah, the tragic clown thing. The happy, sad. Tears of a clown. But obese, tragic clown. Andrew Dice Clay as well, he's still alive. But yeah. It's kind of crazy watching the jump from Arty being brand new, no one knows guest to he's basically introduced Norm, started telling one of Norm's story. That was funny as well. What's Arty going to tell my story? But yeah, anyway, that's part 2. Sweet.